What was the last 20 years for?
Nothing. It was for the military-industrial complex to make a bunch of money. I mean, fucking Jesus Christ, man. All these Raytheon and General Dynamics and Halliburton and Lockheed and Boeing, they all made a fuck ton of money. That's what it was about. And that's why we didn't win, to be honest. We got dragged kicking and screaming into both world wars. You know, the Second World War, we were delivering supplies to the UK and shit, but we didn't get involved until Japan fucking bombed Pearl Harbor. So this time, we initiated the conflict. Whether you want to admit that or not, 9/11 wasn't perpetrated by the countries of Afghanistan, and certainly not Iraq. You know what I mean?
Right.
We could have wiped out the Taliban just doing the same thing we were doing in Operation Anaconda, which is having special operators fucking SOFLAM targets and drop bombs on them, right? And then do other kinetic operations, empower the Northern Alliance, a strategic partner with a lot of military clout that was already there, already had a foothold, and also owns the land and aren't white, you know. But we didn't do that. Ground troops, so on and so forth. Yeah. There was no point to any of this, is the answer.
Because we've had a lot of listeners also say, I'm not going to say their names because they're trying to do something right now, trying to get their interpreters out of there.
Yep.
And they're saying that those people will be the first to be wiped out by the Taliban. We've seen some images on Twitter already of people getting shot in mass graves who were helping out United States troops. Those guys, I mean, what happens to them? I mean, that exactly? Will they just keep going until they're wiped out?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm asking because I don't know.
No, they are the most ruthless people on the planet. There's no their religion isn't Islam, right? It is our culture's better than yours, and we're going to establish that by force, right? I mean, it's like the reverse of the Crusades, essentially, and they're playing the long game. We always play the short game. People have no tolerance for that kind of stuff, and it's because, like I said, we had to be dragged kicking and screaming into the world wars because, and then we won those because losing was not an option, right? Like when your back is against the wall and liberty itself is being threatened, then you have no option but to win. And to these people, they felt like their liberty was being obstructed by some outside external force. You can make judgments about whose culture is superior, and there really is no question in my mind that Western culture is far superior to the Middle East. The Middle East is a fucking shithole, and the people that are in charge there are fucking immoral pieces of shit. No question about that. But that's not how they see it. And the fact that they see this as some kind of outside intrusion into their lives means that they're going to fight harder than us, and they're going to fight longer, and they're going to wait. And we weren't willing to do that because it's none of our fucking business. In a lot of ways. I mean, it's our business to protect anybody that needs protecting, but you can't fight a war for a country that is unwilling to fight for itself. It's like trying to get somebody into rehab that doesn't want to stop doing drugs.
Right.
That shit does not work.
Yeah.
They got to hit rock bottom first. Everybody has to go through their growing pains. And I see a lot of my friends posting about how they would like to go back over there, and what they were fighting was to prevent that shit, and I agree with them. But that's unfortunately just not how reality works.
Right.